I don't think we have significant safety issues. We still go to
I'm
all
wondering how
the
common
fire
is it
calls.
for an engine to fail on the way to an emergency or fires? Or do you have other ways of checking those engines? Mechanics do that without waiting till they fail on the way to someone's house.
Yes, they get periodic maintenance.
Well, how many have you had to fail in the last, since you've been there, on the way to an emergency?
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah,
If that happens, you know, the next fire company close will go. You know, we send 5 companies to a fire, and so if one of them chews up a bearing on the way, then another company fills in for it. So, you know, we have a process to use, you know, and backup plans if a fire truck goes down or has a flat or goes in the ditch or has a wreck on the way to a fire call. But I'm not saying that we're unsafe. We have an excellent fire department, and the citizens are in good hands out there. The fleet's getting old, and we have a plan to replace it with. So we haven't missed a call. Okay, we had to, during the ice storm, I understand we had to queue them up before we could make it, but there were thousands of them coming in.
I'm not saying that that we are unsafe, and I am not saying that the fire department has missed calls. I am categorically saying that, for instance, when they shut down fire stations, and they did, and the mayor confirmed it after he first told me, no, you're wrong. He then confirmed that, yes, that's what we were doing, and they stopped doing that. But what I am saying is that we need to be able to, if we are bringing in money like the sale of Come and Go, and we're taking $1.25 million out of the capital, or out of reserve to buy a park, we ought to be stepping up, replacing our engines and our ladder trucks. Am I going to be safer with new equipment than I am with old equipment? Well, there's either an engine or a ladder truck right now that's in the shop. What is it? It's some big mechanical failure. I don't remember which one it is, but there's one over there now.
Well, sometimes they do have big mechanical failures.
Yeah.
That's why we have the reserve fleet.
I think those, you know, I'm a big supporter of having, you know, a good fire department. But also Mount Kessler, the thing about Mount Kessler is people saw a need in the community and they got together and organized. It wasn't an overnight thing. It took a long time for that to happen. So my recommendation is if you see a need, then there needs to be community action to make that.
That's what I'm doing. That's what my FOI request is for. That's what my emails to the council and to the mayor have been for. That's what my meetings with the fire chief have been for. And that's what I'm here this evening, because these are my ward people. I want you to address the issue. I want you to go back, talk to the mayor, talk to the council, figure it out. But I don't want to keep seeing, you know, this money that we're pulling out of reserves, or when we put money into it, we need to put some of that to the fire department. I get that they're not asking for, you know, they're not saying we need this many things, but do we have to really wait for the fire department to say, hey, we really need this? You know, an ounce of prevention goes a really long way.
So I think that's from a